This is the fourth of these videos on the what, why, and how of family church. And the previous two we've looked at covering and at connection. And this one is on content. So what do we do when we have family church? How do we decide what to put in it? Again, with all of this is something for each of us to work out what works best for our family. But here are some suggestions. For us, if there's just two of you, if you're just one parent and one child, then it might be that both of you would bring some content each time. If you've got a bigger family, it might be that you would say, hey, we'll just have 2 or 3 people bring some content to each family church time. And then, so we kind of, one thing that I've always done whenever I've written talks over many years now is I always start by just asking God, Lord, what do you want me to speak about? What do you want to do? And that's the thing I encourage our children to do when they're contributing in some way to content for family church. I say, just go and ask God what he wants you to bring. And that's a brilliant way for all of us to grow in hearing God's voice. And so often it might be the first thing that he puts in our mind. And the wonderful thing about this is it brings lots of different ingredients, and different people will have different gifts, different passions, and they'll bring different types of contributions to family church. And it kind of takes the pressure off us as parents to feel we've got to prepare everything. We can sort of steer the time and help to sort of shape it with the different ingredients that are brought. So you might like to work through a particular theme, maybe looking at some parables in the Bible, or looking through a part of the Bible. For younger children, we recommend the Jesus Storybook Bible. For slightly older ones, there's the Action Bible. It's great. And then we've also got on the Hope YouTube channel a lot of videos now that Charlie's been producing, youth videos on the Lord's Prayer, on the Jesus Explosion. There's some lockdown diaries, maybe a bit time specific, and other resources that are going to be added there over time. And then there's Little Worship Company, has some great material for younger children. So those are some things that you can look at. Guy and Tanya, also in our family church playlist on YouTube, have a video where they talk about family mission statements and how they formed a family mission statement over together with their family. And so those are a few ideas there, and see what works well for you. One thing that's maybe good to come into land with, in terms of the ingredients of a time of church, we often find it helpful to think about up, in and out. So up being kind of a worship, maybe prayer, or directly connecting with God. In is another part of the church where we support and encourage each other. And then the out is people outside the church. And obviously the design on us is to show the good news of Jesus, the love of God, to the world around, so people can discover Jesus as well outside the church. And it might be that family church is a good setting to invite friends along to. You might want to invite, the children might like to invite their friends, or if you have other visitors and so on. It can be great to invite others to join you for your family church time. And one of the ways which kind of ties in with an in, maybe, for that often we like to finish our family church times, and this is just really encouraging, is to pray blessing or ask God to give us words of encouragement for one particular member of the family. And we would pray and say, God, how did you make this person, or what do you think of for them, or could you give us some words of encouragement for them now? And it's wonderful for everyone to do that. It's wonderful. Again, it's us learning to hear God's voice and God's heart more clearly, and it's so encouraging for the person who's receiving those words. And that's something as well that you can carry on doing if you have guests come and join you for your family church time. What a wonderful way to bless them as they're part of your family church. So there's some ideas for content. There's some great Bibles and some video suggestions, some themes there, and if you've got any other ideas, then we would always love to hear them as we grow in this together. So as always, praying blessing and joy and peace on your family church time, so that your children can grow up to know and love God, and have a very real and dynamic relationship with him, and you can as well.